Welcome to this Angular TreeMap component tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to customize labels, add multiple levels, set different layouts, and customize selected and highlighted TreeMap items. First, I open an existing Angular app where I have already added an Angular TreeMap component bound to an employee's data source, with a few basic features like labels, selection, and highlight. To learn how to add Syncfusion Angular TreeMap to an app, follow the link provided in the card above or the video description below. Now I run this example using the command ngserve. See, the TreeMap component is rendered with the defined data source. Here, the TreeMap is displayed in the default squarified layout. In addition to this layout, the TreeMap can also be rendered in slice and dice layouts such as vertical, horizontal, and auto. Slice and dice vertical displays the rectangles vertically. Slice and dice horizontal displays the rectangles horizontally. The auto type displays both horizontally and vertically. Now I will show you how to display the TreeMap in the slice and dice vertical layout. I set the layout type to the same. See, the TreeMap is rendered vertically. By default, the TreeMap renders in the top left bottom right direction. It can also be rendered in top right bottom left, bottom right top left, and bottom left top right directions. I will show you how to render the TreeMap in top right bottom left direction. To make the demonstration clearer, I will remove the layout type property. Then I define the render direction property and set it to top right bottom left. Check now, the TreeMap is rendered in the defined direction. Let's see how to change the background color of the TreeMap leaf items. To change the background color inside the leaf item settings variable, I add a fill property with an appropriate value. Check now, the leaf items are filled with the specified background color. To change the font size and border for the leaf items, I add the label style property and set the size property with an appropriate font size. Then I add the border property and set a border color and width. Check now, the font size and borders in the leaf item are changed. Here, the labels are initially displayed with only the country name. I set the label format property to include the job description and employee count. As a result, the TreeMap labels are now rendered with the country name, job description, and employee count. Notice that the text in the labels exceeds the size of the labels. To display the excess text on a new line, I use the intersect action property. To demonstrate, I add the intersect action property and set its value to wrap by word. You can see the excess text is displayed on the next line. By default, the labels render in the top left position. However, we can customize the label position to the top center, top right, center left, bottom left, and so on. To position the label at the top center position, I use the label position property and set its value to top center. You can see the labels are now displayed at the top center position. By default, leaf items are rendered without any gap. To display the leaf items with a gap, I add the gap property and assign the value 7. See, the TreeMap is rendered with the gap. Next, I will show you how to add multiple levels in the TreeMap. I define a variable levels of type array of objects. You can add n numbers of levels to it. In this demo, I plan to add 2 levels. I map the country field to the group path property for the first level and map job description to the second level. To customize the TreeMap items border, I set the custom values to the color and width properties. I do the same for the other level. To change background color, I set the fill color with a custom color code. I do this for the next level too. I set this variable to the levels property of the tree map. Notice the tree map is now rendered in groups. Here, the label text exceeds the label size, so I change the intersect action property to trim. See, the excess text is trimmed. To add a gap between the groups, I add the group gap property and set the value as 7. I do this for the next level too. See, the tree map is rendered with a gap between the groups. Let's see how to customize the header of a group. To do that, I add the header style property with size as 15 pixel. I set the header height as 40. Similarly, I add these properties and values for the next level too. Check now, the header text and height are customized as defined. By default, the header text is aligned near the border. We can also position the header text to center and far. To customize the header alignment, I set the header alignment to center. I do this for the next level too. See, the header text is center aligned. Notice how a tree map item or group is highlighted with its default background when I hover over it. To change the highlighting background, I add the fill property with a custom background color. Checking now, the background color of the highlighted item is changed. To add borders to the highlighted item, I add the border property with a custom width and color. See, the border is added to the highlighted item. When I hover over an item, that item is highlighted by default. I can also highlight its child items. To do that, I set the mode type to child. See now, when I hover over an item, its child item is also highlighted. Likewise, you can highlight the parent item by setting the mode to parent, and highlight all items by setting the value all. Finally, let's customize the selection settings. I add the fill property with a custom background color. Then I add the border property with a custom color and width. Check now, the selection is customized with the specified background color and border. By default, the selection mode is item. I set the mode as parent. See, when I select an item, its parent item is also selected. Likewise, you can also change the mode to all or child. In this video, I have shown you how to customize labels in the Syncfusion Angular TreeMap component. I have also shown you how to change the layout types, customize TreeMap items as levels, and customize the selection and highlight appearances. You can download the example used in this video from the GitHub link in the video description. I have also provided a link where you can see if you qualify for a free license key to use our Angular products through our community license. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.